just accidentally... It's funny, Logan. As you should, 3DS was a great console. I just accidentally pinged Tess's Discord, Tess, Hikara, whatever. I accidentally copied and pasted my @everyone. I still haven't decided what I'm playing yet. That's why we have the starting soon screen up. I really need suggestions. I've been playing a lot of Civilization 6, but that's really boring to watch, and it's so nerdy. But it has a lot of achievements, so I can farm dopamine with a little Steam achievement noise by winning with different leaders and... Man, I really need to keep up on Science Cat Cafe server. Been on the Pal World grind. Hey, if you want, I'll join you in that. I love Pal World. We've had some updates since I last played. So what are our options here? Just looking through my ready to play list. Probably not 7 days, though we do need to... Oblivion Remaster the thing now. I'm gonna give it like a week for them to fix the bugs, because it's a Bethesda game. I definitely plan on getting it, though. I'm a big Skyrim fan. Of course, that's when I first started, because even though I'm older than most of you, I'm a youngin' still, because we're all youngins. But yeah, no, it'll be nice to experience what I've heard is a really good game with modern code of polish, but I'm also kind of waiting to hear reviews and see what people think of it, because it came out of nowhere. Logan's a senior going to college. Feel old yet? I feel old every day. I wake up and my back sounds like popcorn. Granted, that's also because I have health issues, but that's neither here nor there. I'm an old man. Look at these white eyebrows. That's not even a character design. Totally just that gray. Let's see. Could play. There's Baldur's Gate. I have a couple Call of Duty Zombies games, Dark Souls, Darkest Dungeon, which is a really fun game. Elden Ring installed. I, of course, have the Elder Scrolls installed. Several Fallout games. Actually, currently I have Fallout London installed, the mod. It's really good. I need to actually finish that. I've held Helldivers 2. Chronically like an old man, I'm always sore from the gym. I'm sore from existing. DG3 had an update. I know. I've updated it. I just haven't opened it yet. I'm very one-track mind, very ADHD brain. So when I'm hooked on a game, I'm hooked on a game. And like if you guys had looked at my Discord at all in the past 2 weeks, you will notice if I'm online, I've been playing Civilization 6. But I do need to fire up BG3. Could fire that up. I'm still trying to get my honor mode run. That's my last achievement that I need. Could fire up Final Fantasy 14. I've been meaning to get back into that and catch up to modern content. it's not really the vibe here on this channel. Timberborn is fun. I call it Happy Viewers. Terraria, I'm not a big Terraria person. If I'm playing it with other people, but it's such a small game, it's easy to justify keeping installed even on a smaller hard drive. I don't know, what do you want to watch, Lav? I know you're probably just listening, but I need help here. Helldivers, Fallout, Skyrim, Elden Ring, Dark Souls. I do still have Cult of the Lamb. Although I don't have my controller handy, and I don't know where I put it. Cult of the Lamb does sound nice. Yeah, but I don't know where my controller is. I could probably find it, but... I'm also not sure that's what I want to play. Like, that's not awful, but... Like I said, I'm coming out of the fixation on Civilization 6, and so I'm in that, like, lost zone where I just don't know what to do with myself. I really need to get medicated, so I'm not a slave to my hyperfixations, but I am. I love the Dream Yard. It's my anthem. Oh, so let me know if it's too loud. Oh, maybe I could. I see my controller. It fell on the floor beside my bed. I just don't think that's what I want to play right now. I think I'm leaning toward Baldur's Gate. One of these days I should stream Helldivers 2 with Tess. I gotta fix Baldur's Gate for streaming because I have an ultra-wide monitor, so it automatically switched to that, so it'll be all funky. Hey, there we go. It should pop up shortly. I had to set up my capture. There, we'll just turn off nudity real quick. We don't need that. If I'm playing, I'm gonna play Honor because I need that achievement still. I know which character I'm making. And it's too bad Tess isn't here because I'm making James, which is my current character in Tess's D&D world. I'm just gonna let this play for once. James. Yeah, it's an old name. And it's stuck. My name's not James, but I find myself using it for things. Look how pretty Lae'zel is in this cutscene. Although I will always be a Gale girly. Just ready to squirm. Oh man, it's awful. And now it's our turn. It's a good intro. Who are you? We're gonna play a good Dark Urge. How realistic. Yeah, the intro is crazy. And we are going to play a Shadow Sorcerer, because I've always had a thing. I've always loved the Shadow Sorcerers. And it's really good for honor mode, because you get a once a day oh crap moment where it saves you from dying. That's new. I don't see it being super useful, though. That's very situational. What, friends? Own chill. Shocking grasp. We'll take Firebolt because the amount of times you need it just to blow something up. Like, yeah, Shadowheart has it, Mysterion has it, but... Magic Missile is too good not to take. Thunder Wave is fun because shenanigans. Don't need intelligence, we have brain damage anyway. Was it betting Fireball? Fireball is a classic. Yeah, because we're human, we can get any one. I don't know if I want Arcana. Well, we'll leave for now. There's much more important things to do. The appearance.
Where to next?
What was that?
Let's hope the locals have...
Pals, something just woke up down here.
Be wary. This place is trapped.
It's opened.
More of those wretched things.
There's magic keeping this chest sealed.
Where to next?
One complaint I have is that the voice actors, while they do a good job, they did not get a lot of variety in this game.
What was that?
Let's hope the locals are friendly.
Especially the men. The male voice actors for Tav, they all sound almost the same, and I can't be the only one who thinks that.
Pals,
Be wary. This
It's opened. I wonder what's back there.
more of those wretched things.
there's magic keeping this chest sealed.
Where to next?
What was that?
Let's hope the locals are friendly.
Pals, something just woke up down here.
Be wary. This place is trapped.
It's opened.
More of those wretched things.
Okay. So, James is a human, and he is a shadow sorcerer because he is actually the child of a hag, and he is albino. So he got his shadow magic from being born a hag, and since he was a male, so when a hag, they seduce human males to impregnate them, and if it's a female, the baby at the age of 13 will turn into a new hag. James's backstory is that he was the child of a hag, but because he was male, he did not turn into a hag, but he did get shadow sorcery. I swear there was like an actually like pale skin. I am a dungeon master, so I have to know these things. It makes me really good at making backgrounds for my character. Huh. Even these are just a little bit... Sometimes I just wish we had sliders. And we're gonna roll with that. It's not really what I want, but I'm not gonna mod the game trying to get what I want. James is very much a twink. Thinking this one. No, that might be it. Now, spoiler alert, but he's gonna have scars because Orin did some digging in his head in the past. Freckles because they're cute. Red eyes because it's common with albinism as well as being the Dark Urge. Do we want black? Why not? Oh no. Was it the Mr. Rax video? Actually, I wonder if we can get something better with the body type. Yes, I am one of those people who takes forever on character creation because they need to be perfect and they need to be hot. That's a strong maybe. That's why I love mods. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know what it is. Whenever I mod my games, it just feels disingenuous. I don't know why, but it just takes something away from the experience for me. Spend more time fixing your games than playing it. James is a goth boy. Clean shaven. I like that this is Sinner. I don't know what language that is, but that's a fun little thing. Now I know everyone loves this one, and that is strongly tempting. I get the edgy earrings. Yeah, we'll do the flames. Name's Timirus.
You need a guardian. Choose one.
I like this Guardian. Mostly because I feel like it fits the lore well, and he's hot. Oops, sorry about the audio. I'm fixing my taskbar so it'll auto hide. We will skip this one. There he is. There's our goth boy.
The blood in your head thrums and pounds. That pounding blood obscures who you are. An overwhelming loss of memory. How you ended up amidst these hellish flames is just as hidden. You have nothing in your stake. But you are in danger. The dark urge. Whatever that is. That is you.
The narrator did such a good job.
You will claw back the truth. But first you have to claw your way out of here.
My head.
What's inside?
Remember the controls.
Dead. Good. Wish I had a bag of holding. With haste. Let's have a look. Seems simple enough. Odd. I feel better.
Here's your controller. I could never get into the controller schematic for the game. It's not bad, but it just wasn't for me.
What's up for discussion?
I'm resisting my normal urge to skip every single cutscene
You've
because
come
I'm
to save
impatient.
us from this place.
But
this
for
place
posterity's
you'll free
sake,
us.
I want to save the playthrough.
The exposed brain quivers in expectation.
Please. Before they return. They return. Remove us from this body. From this case. Free us. Please.
Uh-oh.
The brain won't budge.
Sorry,
A
us.
newborn. Born new from this husk.
You realize you're talking to an intellect devourer, a minion of the mind flayers who abducted you.
You can stay alive, us. Sorry you can't join us. Definitely won't be able to kill Zarek now. I rarely do on other runs, though.
Your head throbs and your skin tingles.
I did it. I started
Visions
skipping
rush
again.
past. A dragon's wing, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's eyes.
Oh. My head. What is this? Skvar. You are no thrall. Vlaakith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive. First, we exterminate the imps. Then we find the helm and take control of the ship. We will address the matter of a cure for this infection once we reach the material plane. Swift and lethal. Taste my fury.
Nothing will stand in my way.
Why am I using spells? I'm gonna get the spell slots right back.
Time to strike. Taste my fury. Make way.
breathing, despite everything.
Give it a push at speed. That's awesome. Overkill.
You proved surprisingly adequate in battle.
What's in here?
Now, to the helm.
Bossy, boss.
Here goes nothing. Ship won't be able to take another dragon attack. We need to get out before it's too late.
Ooh.
Very well.
Time to rescue Shart. I mean Shadowheart.
Gay machine. No sense of it.
Oh my gosh. That took way more effort than it should have. Why is the community call her that? Because Shadow, Heart, you mush them together. Shart. It's just too easy. Calm down. Alright, since I don't have us, I'm gonna fight this Mind Flare. Or this Intellect Devourer. Because normally if you have us, it'll aggro them. But may as well get the XP. I'm gonna hide behind you, Lizelle. Yeah, no, it really is just low-hanging fruit with Shart. It's funny though.
They should all be run.
How many hosts of these gay infected?
Anything of use? A rune. But for what?
Oh, just cracked my neck and it felt
The
good.
console appears dormant.
Oh yeah, I'm a sorcerer. I
Console
could have just done it
hums to
myself.
life. Suddenly, you feel then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection. You feel a shiver run.
I thought that damn thing was going to be my coffin. Thank you.
Your mind lurches into her thoughts. Her gratitude is mixed with wariness, because you have a Gith with you.
You keep dangerous company. More that Gith have a problem with everyone else. But there's more important matters right now. Survival. Let me come with you. We can get off this ship and watch each other's backs along the way. Shadowheart. One moment.
Let us make for the helm. We've wasted enough time already.
She's right. Lead on.
Yeah, I don't think I have a hope at killing
I wonder what
Sarek. So I'm gonna try to make him drop the sword using Shadowheart with command.
Still breathing, despite everything. Let's see.
But I'm mostly just gonna focus on killing all the chaff stuff for XP and just run to the front.
These boots have seen everything.
We're nearing the helm. Once inside, do as I say.
Who put you in charge? I'll trust my own judgment.
Girls, please. Totally shifting, by the way. The enemies to lovers trope is my weakness, and Shadowheart and Lae'zel. Like, I know now they've more or less made it canon that Karlach and Shadowheart are together, which totally does work, but I'm a sucker for enemies to lovers.
Connect the nerves of the transponder. We must escape. Now.
Do it. We will deal with the Geich after we escape.
This thing's falling fast. Got to right it. On I go.
I'll be saved the first command. Let's see if... Oh wow, he actually got stunned by the Mind Blast. That does not happen a lot on this mode.
Path lies before me.
I am fury. I am death.
Take this ship, or Zarya will have your head.
Alright, attempt 2. Hey, dropped it. Grab all the loot.
What's hiding here?
Grab everything that is not nailed down, because we're gonna need to sell it.
I am fury. I am death. I will not know failure.
Oh shit, I forgot about the door.
Throw that rock to the sticks.
Better take that.
Need to find a way forward.
Yeah, just get what little XP I can from the imps and hellbores and get out of here. Not even gonna bother trying to kill Zarek. Zalk.
It's before they strike.
I will grab the free bombs though.
Your spine is mine.
Nearly out of sky. It's now or never.
No thanks, Zulk. I like my spine. And when I say I want my back broken, it's not like that.
Time to strike. Let my name be known. It's healing.
Let these intruders open. The furnace is ours.
Grab the free bomb. Maybe I'll just sit back here and just snipe at them and see what I can do. Yeah, he's resistant to my damage types. That was not a bad magic missile, though.
Victory awaits.
Yeah, tanky Cell Wars are.
Come a little closer.
Take this ship. Zarya will have your head.
Got to move.
Very well.
Keep going. Get to the transponder.
Oh, he might actually die.
Victory awaits.
That'd be awesome, because that's a free level.
No time to waste.
If the Mind Flayer stays alive, he does good damage.
Roll their wolves in the sticks.
That might be the end of our hopes of beating him. Mind Flayer missed. Crit Firebolt was nice though.
Your spine is mine.
Chip away as long as I can.
Let these intruders open. The furnace is ours.
Oh no, but the Mind Flayer dead. We will not last long enough to hurt these guys. It was worth a shot.
Stop the intruders. They must not escape.
Well, so much for peace. Here goes nothing.
The helm's
Still got as
alien
much XP out of it as we
transponder.
could.
You've made it in time.
When this game first came out, this cutscene would never load properly. It wouldn't render in a bunch of stuff. Hi there. Behold, my secret power. Plot armor.
You half expected your memories to return once you were free of the Mind Flayer ship. But your past is still an aching void. If you don't find a way to remove the tadpole burrowed in your brain soon, your future will be as blank as your past. Your head whispers vengeance. You cannot wait to slice your way forth, seeking whatever wrought this tragedy upon you.
Something good here, I hope.
You drink in the pungent corpse. Since you awoke on the ship, your mind has been cold and empty, but something stirs. With your hands close to this body, you know nothing of why, but you find a half smile flittering across your face.
-1 intelligence. Ha!
As soon as you delve into your mind, it is filled with flashes of 1,000 different dead. There is something unknown and unspeakable deep within your heart.
I need a quick word.
James would go for the yoink.
What are you doing? Well, that's honest of you. Don't do it again. I'll give you a pass this time, considering I owe you my life. And speaking of, how are we alive? True. Seems like we're the lucky ones, judging by all the corpses strewn about. I remember the ship. I remember falling. Then nothing. You might want to reconsider calling her a friend. Looks like she ran off without us. First things first. We need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads. We need each other, and we both know what's at stake.
Keep getting focused and I stop talking. Well, it looks like there's 0 viewers now, so that doesn't really matter.
Just before we go, I wanted to thank you again for freeing me. It would have been all too easy for you to run right past my pod, but you didn't. I'll remember that. Lead the way.
Should mind my step.
Free hat from the sparrow? Oh, wait, no. pouch that has a free hat.
Open up.
Where is it? This back? I know there's something that usually has a hat. There it is. Stupid hat acquired.
More for me.
And these fish buckets are always a great thing to loot, especially on the harder difficulties, because they always have at least one fish.
Fresh water. There must be a
Camp supplies are valuable when it costs twice as much to camp. And this letter's worth a few gold. And all the potion goodies. We're gonna turn Gale into a potion mixing machine. We'll probably use the method with withers and put in a bright song just to get the most out of our potions.
More of those wretched things.
There's a shortcut here, so you don't have to fight the mind flayer. I keep saying it, the intellect devourers. Just you and Shadowheart. Also, the secret chest here. I think it's always got an elixir of fire resistance, and you get a little XP for finding it because it's considered a hidden chest. What's my party comp gonna look like? We're gonna keep Shadowheart, because if you're not playing a healer yourself, you probably won't declare it.
Cursed to put my hands on it.
Ooh, excuse me. As for a tank, we're gonna either need Karlach or Lae'zel, although I have had some fun turning Will into
functioning. It looks slightly dangerous.
into a fighter multi-class. Before, I haven't tried the new Hexblade, obviously, but it used to be. You just use that and pretty decent. Get him fighter levels and put him in heavy armor.
A hand? Anyone?
Got to obligatory. Slap the hand.
Ow! Perhaps I should have clarified. A helping hand. Anyone?
I hear my dog barking. Or rather, borking, because he's a pug, and he makes funny noises.
Now, quick little pull should do the trick.
Gamer subs. If I ever do stream regularly again and do well, I'd want to get sponsored by Gamer Subs and get my own flavor. That'd be cool.
Hello. I'm Gale of Waterdeep. Apologies. I'm usually better at this. At magic. Say, but I know you, don't I? In a manner of speaking. You were on the Norse Lloyd as well.
I love him so much.
And I can only assume you too were on the receiving end of a rather unwelcome insertion in the ocular region. No use sugarcoating it, is there? The insertee we speak of, this parasite, are you aware that after a period
When I
of
first got this game, I thought
excruciating
Astarion would
gestation,
be
it will turn
like
us into
my
mind
go-to.
flayers?
Hello,
It's a process known as
CEO. Been a while.
cerebrophosis,
Surprised to see.
and
Yeah,
let
I
me
come back
assure
once in
you,
a blue moon.
It is to be avoided. You don't happen to be a cleric by any chance, do you?
I thought I'd be an
Doctor?
Astarion
Surgeon?
lover, but no.
Uncanny
Gale
adroit
has
with a
swept
knitting
me
needle.
off my feet. I am a Gale girly.
You seem to know enough about our condition to realize it's beyond most clerics' skills.
Most, no doubt, but I find myself hoping to be in the presence of the few. You don't happen to be one of them. As we've established, few enough can. It's not exactly a common affliction. We're most certainly going to need a healer, and soon, too.
My dog is flipping
How
out
about we
there.
lend each other a helping hand
My
once
roommate's out
more
there with him,
and
so I
look
don't
for
know
a healer
why.
together. Most excellent. A parasite shared is a parasite halved, or something to that effect.
As much as I love Gale, he probably won't
But
stay in
before
this
you
party
think you're
count.
about to embark on a journey
Since
with
we're a
most
sorcerer, we
ill-mannered
kind
a
of
man,
fill the
thank
nuker role.
you for pulling me out of that stone. It was an act of foresighted kindness, I assure you. For I have the feeling ample opportunities will present themselves for me to return the favor.
Oh, you don't? Have you not seen or played any Baldur's Gate 3? The cast is the best part of the game. Sorcery points. Wind spell. Distance spell. BG3 is a great game. Highly recommend. It really does feel like playing D&D 5th edition. Funny voice line clips. Like Gale's. Dead spider. You licked a dead spider. Licking the damn thing. Let's go grab our vampire.
Dead goblins over there. Worth checking for supplies, maybe.
Also, if you ever do play this game, always send the food back to camp because there's no reason to carry it around with you. Yeah, I'm currently playing Honor mode, which is the hardest mode. Permadeath. Higher difficulty. Because I have every achievement in this game except for beating this game mode.
It's hurt.
That thing's bound to be dangerous, even if injured. Best be careful.
Monster. Death is too good for it.
The only thing it really changes is what resting requires supplies, and in the harder difficulties it requires twice as many supplies to rest, twice as much food. Which is, I get why they did it, but it's still kind of a little silly. Just how much food you need for an evening. And then bosses get a lot tougher with special abilities.
Hey! Hurry! I've got one of those brain
Pretty
things called...
boy.
There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others? I was hoping for a kind soul. Well, not to worry.
We're probably romancing Asteria in this run.
I saw you on the ship, strutting about whilst I was trapped in that pod. What did you and those tentacled freaks do to me? I'm not an idiot. I saw... Ah!
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling.
I put the hat on
dark,
as a joke,
busy
but it kind of
streets.
works.
You try to hold the memory, but it fades to the worm.
Because you weren't here when we made this character. This guy is James.
What was that?
He's based off of a
What's
D&D
going on?
character that I play with Tessera.
The worm. Of course. That explains things somewhat. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies. A kindred spirit. My name's Astarion.
Yes.
I was in Baldur's
This
Gate.
VA is
when he
amazing.
snatched me.
His name is escaping. I know his name, and it's just it's gone. Whoop. No brain cells. They're gone. Neil? Is it Neil Newborn? I can't look it up. My phone is running my VTuber model.
A pleasure. So,
But
do
this
you
is
know anything
probably
about
the
these
greatest
worms?
performance of the decade in gaming.
Turn us into... Of course it'll turn me into a monster.
Yeah, it's Neil Newborn, right?
What else did I expect? Although,
I just realized I can make my
it
eyes
hasn't
bigger
happened yet.
if I
If we
open
can
my
find
eyes
an
really
expert,
wide.
someone that can control these things, there might
I
still
love
be
this
time.
model.
You know, I was ready to go this alone, but maybe sticking with the herd isn't such a bad idea.
Starion
And
is
you
actually
seem like a
extremely
useful
tragic.
person to know.
He's a bad
All
person,
right.
straight
I
up.
accept.
But
Lead on.
there's
As
a
he
reason
joins your side, your mind
he's a bad
dances
person.
with thoughts of
Because
a
Astarion got
perfect,
turned into a
pretty
vampire when he was like
corpse.
90-something years old, and elves aren't considered a true adult until they're 100. So he wasn't even fully grown in elvish standards before his life was just taken from him and he was enslaved. Play D&D again? I was almost about to play Vampire Masquerade. I want to try Vampire the Masquerade so bad. I like trying different games. I play D&D with Tessera. I have played some games over with Tailforge, Zaya from the Tailforge. We've played Dark Heresy, the Warhammer tabletop game. That's really cool, really fun, good systems. I've dabbled a little bit in a couple things. I have all the books to run Call of Cthulhu, because I'm a big Lovecraft fan. Bad Man, great books. Although I did read that he did renounce his ways. Granted, it doesn't change some of the horrible things he wrote, the horrible racist things, but it does feel better knowing that he realized he was a bit of a wanker. But oh man, I love Lovecraft works. The Shadow over Innsmouth's one of my favorite short stories. Color Out of Space is very good. I'm an Omega nerd. I'm going to kill this pig, unfortunately, because we need to eat.
A better position. Let's have a little fun.
Oh, shoot. DMing DNC, I might want to try DMing one. I've never played Vampire the Masquerade, so I really don't know.
Come on.
I accidentally wasted Asterian's turn. Wonderful. I'm sorry, Piggy. But honor mode's punishing, and I need to eat you. Lovecraftian creatures like monster are so crazy. Yeah. Just the concepts behind Lovecraft's work are so brilliant. The whole idea that to the entities like Cthulhu, Yog-Sothoth, that we are nothing. Like, we are insects. They don't even register us most of the time.
Deep grooves and
Such a cool concept. And then later on it was expanded on, I forget the author's name, but the person who invented Hoster, the King in Yellow. Really cool concept. The Yellow Sign is the book. It's very good.
Elminster's not around, so might as well.
There's your chest here, if you know where to look.
I've got a long road ahead. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Yeah, no, I'm a nerd. I also really like writing. I wrote a novel in high school, and it's bad because I was young when I wrote it, and I'm probably never gonna publish it. And I just haven't been able to capture that passion for writing since. So it's my little pet dead dream is to become an author.
Might be useful.
I do have a mostly finished preteen angled fantasy novel, kind of the Percy Jackson style of novel, and it's very based on Dungeons and Dragons, to the fact where if I actually publish it, I'm pretty sure I would have to change a lot of it, because I'm not copying Dungeons and Dragons, but I would be getting a little too close to comfort with their copyright.
With pleasure.
I really need to finish it. I have it like 90% written. But it's the damnedest thing. I don't know what to call it. I cannot think of a title. Look, I have a working title, but I don't like it. Yeah, it's hard. And for the one that I finished and the one that I've mostly finished, there are a dozen that I didn't. So I feel you there. But a lot of it was when I was in school. I had the perfect opportunity to write because at least in high school I was a good student and it was easy for me. Once I got to college, I changed entirely. But I had so much time on my hands to just sit there in class and write and half pay attention. And it was just the perfect environment for me to write.
Wicked little beasts. They'll down you in one strike. On the hunt.
Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. But yeah, and then now I draw too much to jump around the topics. It's valid. Sounds very ADHD brain, which I totally get. I messed up this this encounter. You can ambush these guys super easily, and I messed that up. This high school was mind-numbing. Yeah, And then I got to college and I crashed out so hard. I need to technically do 2 classes and I get my degree because I have my cert for my industry, which got me my job. So my degree's on hold because I don't need to finish it. I'm going to at some point, but I just haven't yet because I just haven't needed to.
One day I'll catch a break.
But oh man, college is so hard.
It shall be done.
But yeah, did a lot of writing in high school that I just couldn't keep up with now that I'm an adult, especially with a full-time job and all that good stuff.
Quickly.
It's a good job, though. I don't think I have ADHD. My friends are all neurodivergent, ADHD, and are autistic. I'll make it differ. Yeah, I think I've got a smidge of both. Well, I'm not diagnosed, technically. Because the way you have to diagnose it and the way I was seeing my psychiatrist, she technically couldn't officially diagnose it. But she told me that she was 90% sure I have it. And I have, like, all the textbook symptoms of ADHD. So... But another part of having a full-time job makes it hard to find time to go to a doctor. Because they all are open only during my work hours.
The subtle.
Sneak attack.
You fight well. Perhaps our survival isn't such a distant prospect.
What's in here?
Stereotypsy can never be hidden. Yeah. Neurodivergent people are the best, though. They're the most fun.
I wanted the easy path.
Astarian, here's a rapier because you can. I'm going to equip dual daggers because if I do get in a melee, they're better than nothing. I think your last message must have got auto-modded because it's gone now. But yeah, life's wild and crazy, and I don't know, it's hard to finish things. I think the main reason I would want to finish the novels is just so that there's something to remember me by in the world. Which, you know, that's very tacky and cliche, but there's something to be said about leaving a mark. Okay, Gale, give me your items because you're going to be leaving the party. Never a dull moment. Neurodivergent people are also, usually, in my experience, the nicest because they have to live. They have challenges, which makes them much more understanding and sympathetic to people. But also, I live in a conservative hellscape where people who aren't neurodivergent are rednecks who don't believe in mental illness. It's not pretty. I've unironically heard someone try to pray the gay away. More than once.
You think it's dangerous?
Zora was right.
The thing's dangerous. Leave it for the goblins to kill.
I
And
never
if it
noticed her face
escapes,
paint before.
how will you-
It's pretty.
Oh, a guest.
Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare. Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice.
Get rid of them.
Deception, James
He's
can
right.
do.
Let's go. We need to check out that blast. You didn't hear it? Shook our camp good, so we came for a look. Northwest. Look for Nettie. Whatever your wound, she can mend it.
And be careful. There are goblin traps everywhere.
Nymessa, come.
Enough gawking. Get me down.
And one of the best lines, say, please.
Never.
Now we gotta make sure we wait for these guys to leave, otherwise you'll aggro them if you release her in front of them.
Observe and listen.
I don't like killing them because they are perfectly innocent. They were just scared of her.
The tadpole hasn't yet scrambled all your senses. Auspicious. But the longer we wait, the more it consumes. My people possess the cure for this infection. I must find a creche. You will join me.
Careful. She obviously sees your kindness as weakness. Don't let her take advantage.
You may as well suggest a wyvern bow to worms. The cure I offer will suffice as thanks.
She's very prickly when you first meet her, but she is once you get going, Lae'zel, once you can get past her prickly exterior, she is pretty great.
Make space, and my might is yours.
Oh, I'll get little rest given the stack of unread books waiting for me. But I'll try.
Bye, Gale.
Ready
I love
for
you,
battle.
but you don't fit in my party this run.
You have made an ally from Kresh Kalir. Few know such fortune. Call me Lae'zel.
I'll trust your judgment, but I won't trust her. Not until I've gotten the measure of her.
Another interesting fact is Lae'zel is much younger than she looks.
Half elf. I suppose the finer details are
I
lost
think
on a
she's
creature
like
like you.
19 or 20. Like, she's really young.
Zoru has seen Githyanki. A creche must be near. We will ask this Zoru where he has seen my kin.
D&D's fun. I run probably like every other weekend, give or take. I run D&D for my younger siblings and some of their friends. I don't get to play much. Oh, I guess there's a bi-weekly game I've been playing, and I missed the last couple sessions because life is life. But
Nothing hurts
D&D's fun, and it sucks when you don't have a group, and then trying to schedule the group is a nightmare all its own.
These boots have seen everything.
We're gonna kill these guys, because while there is a way to peacefully resolve this, there's more money to be had if you kill them and sell their gear.
Think you can take me on?
And you kill two of them instantly by doing that.
Can't slow down.
And I equip 2 daggers so that I can use my bonus action to poke.
Really? Now?
Quit whining, Astarion. Where's the wizard? Oh, she's out of sight. She's gonna be a pain. Let's kill this guy. Oh, wow. Crit.
Still in shadow.
Chainless because your hand is in class, but I shall be lurking. Okay. Happy to have you. I do tend to get zoned into this game, and I don't talk much for periods of time, but I'll try to keep things as entertaining as possible.
Time for a new approach.
I will ascend. Secrecy above all. I am fury. I am death.
Ouch. Wizards are scary. Well, luckily minor healing potions are cheap, so... Why am I not wearing leather armor? I'm a human, so I can. It's not exactly sexy, but it'll do.
Need to find a way forward.
I'm so tired. How do people do this all day?
Poor little Asterian sleepy.
Always room for more.
Of everything to sell. Because in this game mode, we need every coin we can get, because every coin we can get is another potion we can buy, and better magic items that we will need.
Everything alright out there?
Deception.
Oh, I told him it wasn't safe out there. Get inside and I'll rustle up some bandages.
Sorry about the sniffling. Allergy season has begun.
Concentrate. Swift and lethal.
Nothing important is ever easy.
And death.
What path lies before me? No more prayers. Only dust and silence.
Who are those prayers for? Normally the patron god is obvious. Not here.
So, I'll usually sell for a few coins, so we'll pick those up. Boot goblining to the max.
I'll take that.
You may not be able to see it because you're driving or traveling or whatever, but I'm literally picking up all the cutlery off of a table to sell right now. It's not even like, it's not like silverware, it's just plates and cups and forks. I am that desperate for money. Pick up and add to wares. Pick up and add to wares. Pick up and add to wares. The train. It's hard not to laugh at. I try. I've never ridden a train. I've been on the subway in Washington, D.C., and that's the closest I've been to a train. We have a train station in my town, but it's tiny and no one uses it. In fact, there's the train station has like a modern replacement, and they have an old train station building, like the old one from the 1800s, that's just kind of sat there. And someone bought it and turned it into a bar, and they kept all the historical stuff and decorations based on it. It's really cool. Good barbecue, too. This fight can go sour pretty easily, so we're gonna proceed with caution.
Let's not get caught off guard. Keep it close. Taking my time in the shadows.
Alright. They're all standing around an oil barrel. D&D location for a checkpoint. Not a bad idea. A boom! Oil barrel. This whispering keeps freaking me out. I'm sorry, but that's funny.
Let's give someone a surprise.
What's next, I wonder? Better tread carefully.
Gotta kill that guy first. He's a barbarian. So if he gets his turn, he gets to rage, and it's just all downhill from there. There we go. Watch out for the wizard. Out of the doorway so that they have to come to us. Sometimes stealth mechanics in games are so funny. This guy walked around the corner, stared right at Astarion, who was literally just pointed at a corner, crouching, and missed him. Firebolt to the back. Come on, Miss Wizard. Oh yeah, she dashed, wasted her turn. Hell yeah. Sneak attack. And hide again. Oh. Need to unlock Withers, because he lets you respec your characters, because Shadowheart's starting stats and abilities are not great at all. And I get to try out the new Death Cleric.
No mercy. Victory awaits.
And one of the best things you can do in this fight to cheese it,
Let's have some carnage.
is you can use this lever to close this door. Oh crap, you need an action. They must have patched it. You used to be able to just do it for free and you could close the door between all your turns. And they couldn't touch you and you'd wait till your turn came back, open the door, shoot them, close the door. So I guess one way to get around it would be to, if you keep a person hidden outside of combat, they can do that. They can open and close the door for you. What an idiot. This archer just ran into close combat.
Into the bloody fray.
Did he just say time for a cuddle?
Can't risk being in open view.
I even had to use my first short rest yet. This is going really well. Granted, this game isn't exactly hard. It's boss fights that end your game. Well, again, it's fights. So efficiency doesn't really matter, because even if you don't work super efficiently, and even though the rests are more expensive in the hard mode, you can still rest as much as you really realistically need, because there's food everywhere. You can loot it off of tables and abandoned houses, and you can even steal tons of it if you really need. And even then, it's cheap to buy, so... But it does feel good to know that I'm doing better than usual, because I've usually had to use my... You get 2 short rests for every long rest. The short rests just heal you a little bit.
Indolence breeds madness.
Why haven't I given Lae'zel the flaming sword? I'm an idiot.
I have such a headache. What's inside?
Oh, my nose is running.
If not over.
And the guys that we dropped a stone block on earlier are in this room because they fell through the ground. And they're in a rather comical pose. That is not a dignified death. Wow. That is unfortunate. But it was sudden too, because we just dropped a freaking cinder block on them, like piano in a cartoon style. So they died before they even knew what happened, and they died like this. Poor guy. They are bandits though, so.
Eager for battle.
And this guy has scale mail armor that Shadowheart can wear because it's better than the armor she comes with. Which is a shame, because her armor that she starts with is kind of like custom detailed, and it's really well designed.
What to do? What's hiding here? waste a step. What's that?
Careful, I bite.
I love that line. I'm gonna go ahead and use my short rest.
Let's go hurt someone.
I love this terrain so much.
Let's see what this does.
Ooh, we got good loot rolls out of that chest.
This place wasn't built for the living. Walk in death.
What now? Go. How about this?
Need to spot this trap so I can disable it. Come on, someone see it. There we go.
Never a dull moment.
Shadowheart, this kind of crummy spear. It's magic, but all it does is make it so that if you miss, it's easier to hit with the next attack.
How considerate.
A strange coin. I wonder what it's worth. Let's have a look. Dream in red.
So edgy. Oh, actually, I'm a human, so I can use a shield, and there's no reason not to. Because the buff to your armor class is not nothing.
I'll give it a shot.
I should hit level 3 after I finish this little dungeon and meet Withers.
Anything of use? Armed scribes, but no sign of a struggle.
I wonder what was so subversive about their words that they commanded protection. Let's try this way. Now, what might you be hiding?
So these skeletons all will reanimate once you trigger them. But you can take all their weapons first, because until they're woken up,
Assume nothing.
they're just on the ground.
Let's have a look.
Especially this one here. This one with the armor has a sword, and you really want to take it from him. Because he is surprisingly tanky for an enemy at this point in the game.
How delicious. Let's be quick. Jurgle. This must be ancient. No one worships the final scribe anymore.
Wakey, wakey.
Oh, hell.
Good stuff, gamer subs.
Not a sound.
Nuclear bombsicle.
waste a step.
This is good. They won't know what bit them.
I need Asterion to just reveal he's a vampire already so I can use his bite. If your character was a drink, what would you be? Oh, like if I had a GamerSupps flavor? So, it's interesting because I always said that I would get a cherry. I like cherry things. I don't like actual cherries. I don't know if you ever had them, the dum dum suckers, the little lollies suckers, whatever you want to call them. Do you know those ones? Their cherry suckers are my favorite.
Time to press ahead.
Rendering liquid, but you know, like a nice vibrant red, which is funny because Smitty, his flavor of GamerSupps good is exactly what I would have made. We called it good, which it is.
Good for the throat.
But if no one was excuse me, sorry, my allergies are killing me. So fun fact about Dum Dums. They're made in my hometown. All Dum Dum suckers are made in little old Bryan, Ohio. From the Spangler Candy Company. It's my town's only claim to fame. But on summer days when they're making them, sometimes the whole town will smell like strawberries. Or at least that side of town the factory's on. It's pretty cool.
We'll do it my way.
Steal them? Oh, we don't have to even steal them. Like, every single business around here has free dum-dums. Like, since we're next to the factory, you can buy them by the case, and it's not expensive.
Time to strike.
And they sponsor, like, youth things, and if they do, they just sponsor a couple boxes of dum-dum suckers. They're everywhere. They also make the circus peanuts here, but circus peanuts are kind of gross. I don't hate them, I don't love them.
Breathe deep and move.
It's neat. Candy Town.
Time to move.
So now you've known the fun fact. You want to know a not so fun fact about this town? It used to be, back in the day, a sundown town. It wasn't as violent as some of the ones, but we have very little non-white population in this town.
Can't give up.
Because back in the 60s, people were not welcome unless they were white. Because Ohio, despite being a northern state, they act like a southern state.
Time to strike.
Sweet Jesus would not survive. That's funny.
My path be true.
Throw a javelin.
Taking position.
A sundown town. It's an expression from back in the civil rights area. A lot of towns would have signs that would say racial slur, don't let the sun go down on you here. And basically what it meant was, during the day, we're gonna follow the laws and we'll do business with you, but if you stay after dark, they would attack people.
This will do nicely.
So it's a very dark part of American history,
On I go.
one that our current government is currently trying to erase. Oh, it's such a sad time for America.
My path be true.
And now this wasn't a. They didn't necessarily like lynch people here, but they weren't very welcoming.
Rising from the dead just to protect some dusty old baubles.
Action, not reaction.
Yep. But pretty much every small town in red, but a lot of small town red states have very similar histories.
No, never mind.
It's the sad
Another
truth.
step forward.
But what can you do? Just doing our best to try to bring the town
A lot of effort
forward.
to hide one sarcophagus.
For instance, we had our first Pride last year. Unfortunately, I missed it because of a funeral, but I'm on the team for... That's awesome. Good to hear that. Yeah, I'm on the committee for setting up Pride parades, which is something that we're very nervous about because there are a lot of bigots, a lot of old people in this town that are not friendly. But from what I've heard, it went well. But unfortunately, I missed the first one. But this one's going to be fun. I'm going to be involved.
So he has spoken, and so thou standest before me. Right, as always. What a curious way to awaken. Now, I have a question for thee. What is the worth of a single mortal's life?
It's gotten better. Like, for instance, there's a Hispanic family that has 2 restaurants, and they are awesome. They have this awesome street taco type place where it's like this very hole-in-the-wall place, and they just cook this. They cook Mexican food like you would get off a street vendor in Mexico. It's so good. And they have a
I ask
an ice cream
again,
parlor.
What is the worth
It's really cool.
of a single mortal life? A life and how it is lived are different equations.
Thank you for your wish of
Very
luck.
well.
I hope it goes well as well.
I am satisfied.
Although I kind of hope we get some old people with signs who protest so that I can go argue with them, because I probably know their little Bible better than them.
Farewell.
And like, you can't argue with people like that, because if they're wrong, they're just going to ignore you. But it's fun. Yeah, Hispanic food's great. We also have a Chinese restaurant run by a Chinese family. It's really... Oh man, now I want Chinese.
Looks like someone wanted
Their
to
General's House chicken's great.
Action, not reaction.
I'll probably end stream before too long, mostly because I'm now hungry. And there's some pasta in my kitchen waiting for me. Alfredo. Man. It's a stubborn lock. There it goes.
Let's get going. What a mess the ages
A long way to go still.
And there's a hidden little book here.
This book is far lighter
Haven't
than it
eaten it
should
today.
be
Oh,
with
that's not
such a
good. You gotta
massive
eat.
lock.
you can at least eat something throughout the day. Like, at least have, like, a protein bar, or a Pop-Tart or something. It's not healthy not to eat. I skip breakfast a lot, but I always try to at least eat lunch and dinner.
As the lock opens, a loose page comes with it.
Yeah, it's
pulses from
something
the
I like to
parchment.
joke about with my content
What
is
was
that some
once
people
script
offer
is
the
now an
boyfriend
obliterated
experience.
scrawl.
I offer the big
You have a
brother
sense
experience,
these are names,
where
a
I will
list.
give you questionable
But of what?
advice, get after you for not taking care of yourself, but also make fun of you at the same time. That is what I offer as a streamer. Because I'm the oldest of 4, so I have 3 younger siblings.
Gods. These are the names of gods, once lost but now restored after the Second Sundering. The last 3 names in this book sit close together, but are so devastated by the scrawl as to be unreadable. Entire pantheons have dwindled and been reborn, silently recorded by this book.
All right, what now? Breathe deep and move.
Alright, we've completed that dungeon and gotten withers. I thought we'd level up from that. Yeah, we're pretty close.
Better not be cursed. Maybe I need more pockets.
Yeah, no, I don't miss college.
Shouting up
I,
ahead.
it was miserable
We should check
for
it
me.
out, but be careful.
But I also just kind of went to a community college, so it was just like go to class, leave. There wasn't much of like a college experience that we had, so that's part of it. The older of my 2 sisters is getting ready to go into a proper college, which is getting a dorm and stuff. Hope she has fun. Yes, this game is beautiful. Although the best view in the game is not here yet, and unfortunately we definitely won't get there tonight because it's right at the end of Act 1. But there's
Just a brief respite.
the mountain pass. There's this huge temple, and you can overlook it from the cliffs, and it is gorgeous.
Keep a blade close.
Must lug my guts through this hell.
Open the bloody gate!
Nobody gets in! Zevlor's orders!
That pack of goblins will be on us any second!
What's going on?
Goblins are on our tail! Open the gate, Zevlor, now!
You let goblins here? Where is the druid?
Please! There's no time!
By the 9 hells! Open the gates!
Oh, poor guy. Time to save these guys. Although the guy with curly hair and the green armor, he's an asshole.
Provoke the blade.
And suffer its sting.
Pretty boy will. prince, no less.
No choice but to keep going.
Ha, that was awesome.
Let's spill some blood.
Okay, Asterion.
They're dying for me. All of them.
I wonder how long this game was in development for. I don't know. And the craziest part is it wasn't even that buggy on release. I know they had a beta, but I didn't hear about it till closer to release, so I'm not sure. Holy cow! I have never, ever seen Will die like that before. I've never seen that in one of my playthroughs or one of anyone else's. That is insane. And bad, because he does a lot of damage.
On the move.
I am death.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yes, Asterion is the fruitiest.
No time to waste.
Well, I'm still stunned that Will died. Like, we can resurrect him, but I've never seen that happen before. Usually she does. And then maybe the other guy with the sword and shield. But I've never seen Will die. That's... Sorry, I've played through this beginning part of the game hundreds of times, and I've never seen that happen.
Leave no trace.
Can't even catch my breath.
My character is very pretty. This is only the beginning. Yeah, the game's at a very long. It's a very long game. It's broken into 3 acts. Granted, I have been kind of taking my time on this run. I've been listening to all the dialogue. But there's a lot to be had. It's a full D&D campaign. Like, if you're hurting for D&D and you have a computer or Xbox or PlayStation that can play this game, I totally recommend it. Because at the time when it first came out, I was dying to play some D&D. And it really helped scratch the itch.
In my best interest.
The mechanics are all very similar to D&D 5th edition. The classes are almost all the same. Abilities and stuff. Some have differences. Some have buffs. Some are different because it's a video game. But at its core, this game is Dungeons and Dragons. Save this girl. Oh, never mind.
Still on my feet.
Oh, that did it. Hey, we leveled up. But Baldur's Gate 3 won Game of the Year for very good reason. So, a little secret fact, that guy that just died, it's actually kind of good if he dies, because you can steal a hand crossbow off him, which is actually a pretty expensive but really good weapon, because you can have 2 of them. And Astarion, with 2 hand crossbows, if you go a certain class of rogue, is really strong. In fact, the first time I beat the game, I was playing a bard who had 2 hand crossbows, and he would just pew 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 pew, gunslinger style.
In my best interest.
Very deserved Game of the Year. Yes. Like, one of the only things I can complain about was earlier I did mention that the character creator, I wish they had done the thing where they gave you color sliders. Like, yeah, you can make ridiculous characters, but it's D&D, there already is ridiculous skin colors. Because I wanted my character to be really pale, and they don't have, like, because this character is based on a D&D character of mine, who is albino. Which I just find albinism in humans very pretty. So, and there wasn't a good option to recreate that.
That was the last of them. Inside, all of you.
Other than that, one of the only things I can complain about is the game's not longer. It takes you up to level 12, and that's max level. And everyone thought they were going to do like DLCs there you could get up to level 20, but no. The game ends there. And they even said they don't plan on making another D&D game. That being said, I have played Larian's older games, specifically Divinity Original Sin 2, which is the game they made before this. It's really good.
Pave my path with corpses. Build my castle with bones.
We always say each shit at the same time on that grease. Yeah, no, maybe I'll keep, maybe what I'll do is I'll keep playing this on streams, and then since the VODs are there, I can edit them into videos. Yeah. Albinism is very pretty. And I actually, something that, so I kicked myself, because there was a guy in my hometown who had albinism, and he was very cute, and we almost dated. We had each other's Snapchats, and then we just kind of forgot to talk to each other and just never really gave it a shot, and now he doesn't live here anymore, and I'm sad because he was very cute, and I would have liked to date him.
Blackets will be done. Objective noted.
Holy Will died. That's insane.
You are a reckoning force. Take a breather.
Shot missed. Yeah, I'm good at missing shots like that. It does suck we had to waste one of our Revivify scrolls. You don't typically run out of them, but if you do run out of them, it's not fun. I guess you can work around it, but
No traps, please.
when you need them, you need them. Yeah, no, I was scrolling through Snapchat for some reason, like a month ago, and I saw his contact, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna shoot my shot again. But he doesn't live here anymore. But what are you gonna do? That's how it goes.
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
So much crap already. Would be cool if it still was, yeah.
Into the shadows.
Keep it together. On my way.
But that's how it goes. Ooh, second level spells. I do really like Shadow Blade, but you gotta really build around that. Level 3 is when you start getting good. Oh yeah, she's a cleric, so she gets her subclass level 1, so we gotta respec her. But yeah, this game just got its final update, and they added new subclasses. So that's a big part of the reason I'm playing again. I'm not sure how I feel about the swashbuckler class they added, but I'm gonna give it a try because I've never done it before. This Arcane Archer looks interesting. I'll probably try it on a different run, though. Champion's a really boring subclass. It just makes it easier to crit, but man, is that powerful. Go from having a 1 in 20 to a 1 in 10. 10% chance of a crit. And crits are crunchy in this game. Shadowheart's portrait is bugged. She's way back in the background. I've never seen that. This is a game of firsts. Never seen that bug. I mean, it's very suiting for her to be hiding in the shadows.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
There are children here, you fool! We was running for our lives. You led them straight to us, and you let them take the druid too? Unbelievable!
Ooh, our boy is so pretty.
He's right. We should scrum while we can. Right. Lead the goblins here, then leave the rest of us to fight them off, you coward! What's it gonna take to shut you up, Horns?
The human's eye twitches. He's about to
So
blow.
we want to let him do this. It just knocks him out. And like I said, that guy, Arden, is an asshole. I despise him. Because he reappears in Act 3, and he is not friendly. He's a pain in the butt.
Only way he shut that hole under his nose.
He sucks.
He was right.
And Zelvor is actually a really good person.
Coming back to this hellhole was a mistake.
But if you
no
let
one
him
else
knock
at Gold can
Zelvor
put
out,
right. I'd rather face another round of goblins than stay in this pit.
If you let him knock him out, Zevlor, right here, is now unconscious on the ground, which means you can pick his pocket. And if you fail, which we didn't, because he's unconscious, it's easier. And even if you fail while he's unconscious like that, he won't notice, so you don't make him angry.
Just.
So, if you want to play an optimal, you can get, and the reason you do it is because these gloves, Hellrider's Pride, make it so that when you heal someone, you give them a little buff. And you can get them later by completing his quest, but getting them early is really nice. So now when Shadowheart heals someone, she gives them resistance to damage for a turn. They're very good.
No time to rest. Have to keep going.
Potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
I want to have a word.
I really need to rewatch Lord of the Rings.
Refugees, adventurers, no one in years, and suddenly we're overwhelmed. Well met. And thank you for beating back those goblins. Most brave of you. Is there anything you need? Act fast if you do. The ritual will be complete
I need
before
you to
too
buy
long.
my shit.
Just some bits and bobs I no longer need.
How much gold worth of crap? 700 is not bad. So, I know what he has for sale by heart. And the only thing worth noting... Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. I want red dye, because we got a style. Oh, my eyes are watering. Allergies are killer. He has the gloves missile snaring. I think they're overrated. But he has the ring of flinging, which you can build. There's a build you can make, and there's a couple ways to go about it. Where basically you build it all around throwing weapons, and it's actually one of the strongest ways to play the game. You can build. If you build them with a fighter, you can take the Battlemaster, the Eldritch Knight subclass, and it makes it so their weapon returns to them when they throw it. Also, Warlocks can do that too. Or you can get one of the actual... There's 2 weapons in the game that will do that on their own. And because of the way the physics engines work, if you're above them and you throw a weapon, it does its damage. And it does extra falling damage. I don't think it's as strong as it used to be, but it is absurdly overpowered if you can set it up right. I don't think I'm going to do a throw build this run though, because I've done it so many times to the point where there's a whole thing called Throwlack, because Karlach is perfect for building a throwing build if you take the Berserker subclass. Thank you for buying my crap.
Sylvanas, guide your path.
But there is a better vendor here. Also, just one of the best characters in the game.
No helping it. We're exposed now.
Prepare to meet Damon.
Thanks for fighting off those goblins. If you need to replace any gear, just ask. My selection's pretty slim. I had to leave most of my equipment in Elturel. Of sorts. Used to be a bread and butter tinsmith before Elturel fell into Avernus. These days my talents are more eclectic. Learned a lot in my time in the Hells. Hope to forget most of it. But between you and me, there's nothing in all the realms like the utter power of infernal machinery. Alas, my offerings are far more humble these days.
Add the stuff that I forgot to mark to sell. So I usually don't play with headphones on, so I don't get to appreciate all the little noises. I'm enjoying them. So he sells some good stuff. +1 armor is just really good. This shield is nice because it's also very cheap and gives a nice little buff. It gives you +1 on saving throws. But the big thing is it's just dirt cheap. I swear he used to sell a +1 scimitar, but I guess not. Must be the next location you meet him, because he follows you throughout the story. You'll bump into him in different spots. Put on this upgraded armor. It's also very pretty. Let's dye it red. Not bad. I like that. Equip the upgraded shield. Not bad. Now we're gonna go over here. This lady's gonna give us a little free food. I played the beginning of this game so many times.
You! Saw you fighting those slimy bastards. Fancy
He's
a
so
bowl?
cute.
Best to fill your belly now, while we still can. Look, it ain't much, but it might make all the difference. The only way we'll make it to Baldur's Gate is to run, and run hard. If a gnoll catches your scent, you'll need every bit of strength. Trust me. What do I do for some salt? Why, hello.
Ah, if it isn't the talk of the camp. Thank goodness you came along when you... Oh,
We're gonna talk to this completely innocent old lady who has no malicious intent whatsoever.
something fierce, love.
Especially great because I know you don't know this game, so you don't know why I'm saying that.
Meaning of the word sleep. Auntie Ethel will sort you out. I've lotions and potions galore. Aha! You take a sup of that and you'll feel right as rain, sweetie.
As you down the potion, a comforting warmth spreads through you.
I swear you're still as peaky looking. I've seen it all. I once had a fella who'd been caught dabbling with a dryad. The wife was none too pleased and introduced him to a pot of boiling oil. But worry not. I fixed him up, and depending on the lighting, he looks good as new. My point is, whatever ails you, I promise I've seen worse.
Why, she sounds positively demented. I love it. Let's tell her everything.
What is it, Petal? What's wrong?
As you recount your adventure, Auntie Ethel nods along, her eyes wide.
You poor pet! My heart goes out to you, truly. I see no sign of a tentacle yet, but that could change in an instant. You need help. Serious help. I've ne'er a potion or lotion here that could do it, but yes, I may have something at home.
I want to put this into a series.
Oh, whatever do you mean, Petal? I was quite the wild thing back in the day, but I'm afraid
That
that's
is a
long
great
past.
response.
I'm a simple woman, sweetie. Tea and potions are as exciting as it gets for these old bones. But enough nattering. I'll be heading home shortly. Here, let me mark it on your map. Be careful on the road. I'd hate if something happened to you. Take care, Petal. Hello, Petal. Need any bother?
And Auntie Ethel sells elixirs of Fieldred strength, which are really powerful. Also buy these healing potions while we're at it. Sell anything you don't need. We got those earlier, those were a good roll, they're worth a lot of coin. Keep that one could come in handy. Those always come in handy. Alright, we'll do the rest gold. Not doing too bad on the finance side this run.
Take care now, sweetie.
Let's go grab Will. I want to try Hexblade out. He will replace Karlach. He will replace Lae'zel. First, we just want to get anything valuable off her.
Take your time. Get a feel for it.
Hi, Will.
Go
You
on.
died earlier.
Give me a best shot. Not bad. Again.
I tell you what, I've never played this game with headphones on. I've always just used my speakers. But the sound design,
I can't do it.
it's really
I'm not
good
like
and
you.
really detailed. If you're wearing good headphones, I highly recommend.
Need you to be like me.
If you're like
You
me
just
and
have
you're
to
always
buy
need to have
enough
two
time to
things going
run.
on at once, like background
Come
TV, I think it's worth
I believe
getting
in you.
yourself to listen to this
can do
with
this.
good audio, because holy cow.
You're on the right path, Umi.
The
Go on
echoing,
now.
the clashing
Practice
of those
what you've
swords
learned.
there, so well done.
Well met. The blade of frontiers at your...
The man's smile bends downward, and his thoughts become yours. You are the blade of frontiers racing through the wastes of Avernus. Just ahead, a diabolical figure, red skin, single curled horn, blazes with flame, bloodied great axe held high.
Hell's great fires. You were on the ship. Doomed to shed our skin and become a lithid, or so the stories go. But we haven't sprouted any tentacles. Not yet, anyway.
could just be good luck. I'm not so...
Your minds collide once more. Will chases the fiend ignited with rancor. She is an infernal war devil. A threat to the living. Evil incarnate.
Shit! You saw her. Advocatus Diaboli.
Advocatus Diaboli. A devil's advocate. A champion in the blood war between diabolical forces and demons.
I'm no stranger to the infernal. Better to slay a devil before her fires burn common folk to ash. Her name is Karlach, an archdevil soldier I swore on my good eye to kill.
I tracked her through the hells to the Mind Flayer ship, but the damned Illithids infected me before I could end her.
She's out there now, preying on the innocent. I don't kill her, she'll leave behind nothing but a trail of corpses. Just so you know, my first duty is Karlach. I'm oath-bound to go after her. But I won't deny this infection is bothersome. I accept your invitation.
I'd love to join, but I don't think there's enough space for me to squeeze in.
Until later, then.
Ready and willing.
The famous Blade of Frontiers in the flesh. Clever, this hero act you've got going.
Hero, Blade. Name strangers gave me. My friends call me Will.
Excellent. If we ever become friends, I'll know what to call you.
Also, it's a nice touch how the more you've been doing since your last
journey.
rest, the dirtier your characters are. Let's grab some random spells here since we're about to respec him anyway. Alright.
Be with you in a moment. A gentleman's only as dashing as his least groomed locus. Be that as it may. Ceramorphosis. What does it make you think of? Spot on. Day 1, fever and memory loss. Day 2, hallucinations and graying skin. Day 3, hair loss and blood leaking from all orifices. Need to go on? My point is this. Our orifices remain blissfully unblooded, our heads remain clear, and our blood temperature normal. Any expert will agree this is abnormal. I'll toast to that. The pragmatic in me, however, sees only the silence before the storm. Something to sleep on. We should get some rest.
Is life but a waking death, or does it serve some other purpose?
Whatever comes, I'm ready. No harm in a little conversation.
You spec her to Death Cleric. Very excited to try this one.
Ah, another. Thy name. I shall be here in thy camp, for whenever thou hast need of my services. Should thou or any of thy compatriots perish, I will cleave soul to body. Not this one, right? For a mere pittance of coin, as thou desire.
Best parts about Withers is you can pickpocket the gold right back from him, and he doesn't really care. That looks suitably min-maxed. Ooh, that's awesome. Alright, we have our Death Cleric.
A hero at heart. Let's chew the fat.
Time for our Hexblade Warlock.
Ah, I shall be here in thy camp, as thou desire.
So a tiny little detail is you can hear his patron laughing in the background whenever you change his class. Yeah, armor, shields, martial weapons. Yeah, those both are pretty good. I want 14 dex to get the most out of heavy armor. Or medium armor, I mean. Intelligence is a dump stat. Oh, you can hear the laughing still. Oh, missing step is always very good. Active blade. We will get rid of Hellish Rebuke. In favor of Shatter, just so there's some AoE available. I'm gonna go steal Lae'zel's armor.
This better be good.
Does not look good. I have a love-hate relationship with the Githyanki armor. Boom. He's now got a really good greatsword for early game. Maybe that's even better than actual D&D. Hexblade's Curse, a little extra damage is nice. Hell yeah. Alright, well I think I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. I don't think anyone's watching at the moment, but I'll still say goodbye in case anyone watches the VOD. If you did watch the VOD, holy cow, you made it to the end. That's awesome. As always, have a good morning, evening, day, noon, night, or whatever it is where you are, and always, always remember, no one loves you.